Buried in garages, abandoned behind barns, and left for dead by time itself, these 10 classic cars refuse to be forgotten. Rusted, faded, but under the dust, V8s, survivor bodies, and legends waiting for a second chance. From sleeper Novas to forgotten Dodge Lancers, some run, some crawl, but every one of them is a project begging to be reborn. Which one would you drag home? 1. 1974 Dodge Dart. First up, a true survivor from the mid-70s muscle era. This 1974 Dodge Dart two-door comes in a bold green-on-green color combo that just screams vintage Mopar attitude. It's showing 50,000 miles on the clock, and while it's seen a few owners over the decades, it remains impressively complete. Under the hood sits a 360 V8 backed by a 727 automatic transmission, a great foundation for either a sleeper street build or a period-correct cruiser. The seller's upfront about the condition. The body's solid overall, but those rear quarter panels will need attention. Fortunately, the interior is all there, and it looks like it's aged naturally without being gutted or hacked up. Best part? It's a running project you can tinker with while you restore. And while the seller's only looking to trade for a golf cart, the $3,800 asking price is fair for a complete classic Mopar project with solid bones. These darts have a loyal following, and this one's begging for someone to bring it back to life. 2. 1980 Chevrolet Camaro Z28. Next on the list is a mean-looking 1980 Camaro Z28 coupe, and this one's built for the gearheads. It's packing a 383-stroker V8, a manual transmission with a Hurst T-shifter, and those iconic T-tops up top. The seller picked this one up as a resto mod project from out of state, and while it runs, it'll need a battery to fire back up. No title, but if you're looking for a drag strip toy or a weekend street brawler, that might not be a deal breaker. The paint's a rich burgundy with a black interior, and the body seems straight with no mention of major rust issues. Being a Z28, it's got the aggressive factory lines and dual exhaust setup, giving it that unmistakable late 70s muscle car stance. At $4,500 or best offer, it's a solid buy for anyone wanting a budget-friendly big power project. And with prices on second-gen Camaros creeping up, getting one with a 383-stroker already in place saves you a ton of upfront work. 3. 1973 Ford Thunderbird. Here's a big-body cruiser with 70s swagger, a 1973 Ford Thunderbird two-door hardtop coupe. This one's been in storage for the last 3 years, and though it hasn't run in that time, it's surprisingly well preserved for a 52-year-old car. Showing 80,000 original miles, the exterior still shines in its factory green, with only minor surface rust and no major rot reported. The electrical system's alive too. Interior lights, headlights, reverse lights, and electric windows still work. The interior, however, shows its age, with worn seats and tired trim, but that's to be expected, and the good news is it's complete, no missing dash pieces or hacked door panels. Best part? It's a running project you can tinker with while you restore. And while the seller's only looking to trade for a golf cart, the $3,800 asking price is fair for a complete classic Mopar project with solid bones. These darts have a loyal following, and this one's begging for someone to bring it back to life. 4. 1970 Pontiac Lemons SE Aero Coupe. If you've been hunting for an affordable GM A-body project, here's one worth a closer look. A 1970 Pontiac Lemons SE Aero Coupe. This one comes with factory bucket seats and a console, which is a big win for anyone looking to build a sporty driver or a GTO tribute car. Under the hood is a Pontiac 350 V8 paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission. The seller claims it's a solid body car with only one trouble spot in the quarter panel and a very solid trunk floor, which, if you've dealt with GM projects, you know is a big deal. It's wearing a classic black-on-black combo that would look killer once restored. With a clean title and a $3,500 price tag, this could be an ideal entry point for someone wanting to get into vintage Pontiac muscle without the sky-high GTO prices. 5. 1956 Dodge Lancer Convertible. Rounding out this batch is something special, a 1956 Dodge Lancer Convertible, and yes, it runs and drives. This one's had a fair bit of work already, sporting a 413 V8, a 9-inch Ford rear end, and a Crown Vic front suspension swap. The body's finished in a bold red, though it looks like it could use a fresh respray and some detailing. The seller calls it a great project car with a lot of money already spent, and based on the upgrades, they're not wrong. It comes with a good title, which can be a rarity for mid-50s Mopars. At $4,500 or best offer, it's perfect for someone wanting a classic convertible cruiser without starting from scratch. The tough stuff's done. Now it's time to make it your own. 6. 1954 Chevrolet 210 Sedan. Don't let the Corvette typo in the listing fool you. This is a classic 1954 Chevrolet 210 sedan, and it's a clean, simple cruiser with a ton of period character. Finished in green over green, this old Chevy's had some recent love, including a new carb, fresh spark plugs, a new master cylinder, and wheel bearings. The seller's already converted it to 12-volt, and while the original fuel tank has a pinhole leak, there's a fuel cell in the trunk keeping it roadworthy. Under the hood is the original 235 cubic inch straight 6, made it to a 3-speed manual on the column, a combo that's pure mid-50s Americana. Even better, gauges, lights, and windows all work, minus the fuel gauge. This car's made for weekend cruise-ins and casual Sunday drives. For $5,000 with a clean title, it's an excellent entry-level classic and a blank canvas for anyone wanting to build a mild custom or resto mod. 7. 1965 Ford Custom 500. If you like full-size sedans with attitude, check out this 1965 Ford Custom 500. It's been given a bit of a hot rod touch with a 302 V8 topped by a 4-barrel carb, backed by a 3-speed manual on the column. This one runs and drives well, and while the body's in fair condition, it's a reliable runner that already gets attention wherever it goes. It's been fitted with a 10-gallon aluminum fuel cell in the trunk and a set of Bluetooth speakers to keep your drives interesting. At $3,500 with a clean title, it's a quirky, affordable, old-school project that's ready to roll now and easy to improve as you go. 8. 1978 Oldsmobile Delta 88 LS. Now here's a land yacht from the tail end of the big-body GM era, a 1978 Oldsmobile Delta 88 LS sedan. This one's showing only 79,000 original miles, and according to the seller, there's nothing mechanically wrong with it. Everything works as it should. Lights, windows, gauges, the whole package. The only downside? Cosmetic flaws. But that's to be expected after nearly 50 years. The deep burgundy paint still carries a nice shine, and the plush red interior's a time capsule of late 70s American luxury. At $3,200, it's an easy project for anyone wanting a reliable old-school cruiser with plenty of style and presence. Fix up the looks at your own pace and enjoy the ride in the meantime. 9. 1976 Chevrolet Nova Custom. Next is a gritty little street machine, a 1966 Chevy Nova Custom powered by a 350 small block, paired with a B&M Powerglide automatic. It runs, though a bit rough, and the tires are shot, but the bones are here for a killer sleeper build. It comes with a set of spare fenders, a hood, a bumper, plus new brake shoes and pads, a decent parts haul for anyone ready to wrench. It's showing 54,145 miles and will need to be trailered home. At $3,500 or best offer, it's a solid base for a budget drag car, street rod, or resto project. The Nova platform's still one of the most affordable ways to get into the classic muscle car scene. 10. 1964 Plymouth Valiant. And finally, a humble but charming 1964 Plymouth Valiant. Powered by the trusty Slant 6 engine with an automatic transmission, this old Mopar has had some important upgrades. All new brake lines and hoses, new master cylinder, new wheel cylinders, a new gas tank, and ascending unit. It runs and drives reliably, and with its classic white exterior over a gold interior, it's got a clean, vintage vibe that would be perfect for local shows or daily cruising. At $3,500 with no trades, it's a simple, dependable classic project for Mopar fans or anyone who appreciates the simplicity of a mid-60s American sedan. So there you have it, 10 classic rides, each with its own story, scars, and potential. Some run, some need rescuing, but every one of them is a project car waiting for the right set of hands. Which one would you save? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more forgotten finds and future barnyard treasures. See you in the next hunt.